Hello everybody and welcome back. It is episode 5 already of Valeria Dominates Underrail. Just gonna jump right back in here. Let's see. So, last time we took care of Cam Hathor's problems. Burrower's all taken care of. We've also taken care of Harold's quest to get the optoelectric battery schematics from the old recycling plant. Still need to find out what's happening in Rail Crossing. Gotta go see Korsky and Core City. Looking for Terry and Maura Baker. And, some other assorted quests that I'm not actually ready to do yet. I believe I was on my way to, Junkyard to give Kohlmeyer his knife. So we're gonna take a quick walk over there. Take care of the Junkyard knife quest. But since this is along the way, and we're tough enough to take care of it now, I'm just gonna go ahead and poke my head down here. And it's remembered that I'm up against, just a bunch of little bots in here. Shouldn't be too bad. Unlike, turrets and cameras, you can sneak up on So, I'm gonna avoid getting up close to that guy until my supposed weakness has recharged. Which would be, I guess, right now. Not too bad of a fight. Definitely a bit much for the first time. I think I came down here right at the beginning of episode 1 and got my butt kicked right away. Another one of those United Stations registration plates that really just got their shit everywhere. And some dead guy, he's got a access card. So we're just gonna wander around and find out what we can access with it. Down we get. That would help. I meant to go down. Bite up, bite down. There we go. Since you can sneak up on and assassinate a robot, you just gotta be able to stab it hard enough. will shoot me from there. Guess these boxes do not provide any cover. Right, looks like there's a good few additional sentries down here. Thinking about using a adrenaline shot there to take the bot out before it gets done and then incapacitate me, but it's not really doing that much damage, and the bandage costs a lot less than an adrenaline shot does. Although I am out of bandages. That was well planned. Oh, I have one. There we go. Cool. Let me bandage up. Have to remember to buy some more of those when I get to bandage store. Medical goods shop. I guess I used the T on that. Key card opens 3 random boxes of lint. Whatever, loot is loot. Okay, and that looks like it's just about everything. The elevator is super dead. We'll just take these, I forget to loot some remains. Nothing good there, but still. That's everything in this weird little, hole in the ground. Probably make a sweet, little base if you fixed it up, but that is not a thing you can do. We're just gonna keep walking, make our way over to Junkyard. We're actually gonna go all the way there on foot this time. Even though I'm gonna have to beat some side needles, it'll be okay. I'm a lot tougher now. I can do it. Probably. So while we wait for him to reposition himself somewhere that's convenient to attack, I'll just make sure that all of my gear is what I want it to be for the fight. Okay, here we go. Damn the hoppers. Always trying to mess me up. one or two left to go. As long as I don't get hoppered while I'm crossing here, I don't even actually have to fight that guy. We'll just keep going around the corner. And there we are. Those red hounds I had just so much trouble with before. So it's pretty satisfying to whoop all their asses like that. And that's it. That's the walk to Junkyard. Not actually that many things along the way, but if you're not ready for it, they can be some pretty brutal fights. That actually gives 1,000 XP for that quest, which is like more experience than we got for turning in that murderer in Foundry last episode. So I'm gonna buy this blueprint while we're here. Pretty cheap, pretty easy to make, very useful items. If we can have any points in electronics, you should definitely come here and buy the taser blueprint from her. She also wants to buy 5 parts. Well, let's oblige her by selling 5 parts. And we'll visit Fixer over here. Not someone I would be super comfortable having patched me up, but the only game in town. And all I needed was some supplies. Anyway. Now that that is all taken care of, we can poke our heads out of Junkyard for just a minute. There's a couple of other little things we can do around here. Little side quests, get a little more money and a little more XP. One of those things does require a fishing rod. You may also remember this area if you've been following along since the 2nd episode, maybe. Here's several jerks here. But unlike before, when they totally whooped my butt, I am now extremely sneaky and deadly and shit. I don't really understand how he could see me through that solid piece of rock, but, okay. Guess that's how it's gonna be. Bastard. bastard. That didn't go quite how I wanted it to, as you can no doubt tell. I was supposed to be hidden the whole time, so that I could get my traps all set up when what was but. It didn't work out that way. Apparently, he can see me, even though I can't see him around the corner. Kinda bullshit, but no. Bullshit happens. So close. Just gonna go ahead and load my game and throw that again and there. My going knife is already breaking again. It's not worth very much, so we're just gonna leave it. But some of this other stuff will probably sell. Crossbows are worth a fair bit, but there's not that many merchants that really want to buy them, so they're kind of a mixed bag. But, you know, they're worth around 33 Stygian coins with the 25% resale penalty, so... Still not a bad deal. It's buzz. 4,300. So, a little over 1,000 when you order it, and then Stygian coins are worth 30. These are the siphoner pools. You can actually see the name of areas on the map, by the way. You just go ahead and point at stuff. The map is pretty good in this game, honestly. It's Core City way up there. A lot of different levels. It'll fill in entries for anything you find there. You can also add your own notes if you want to. So, pretty flexible overall. And first try. Nice. So we just fished up this damaged necklace, which you have to fish for. Right over down here. It's a little secret side quest that you can do. What's my stealth skill? 89? You know what? We're probably sneaky enough to do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another side quest. 1 or 2 episodes ago, we were approached as we were walking through Junkyard by a man who said that Abram was looking for me in the caves just outside town. Here he is. He's got another job for me. He dug a hole, which will get me into the embassy that he had me spying on before. And I am here to rescue a prisoner named Mara. Pays 1,000 coins. It's pretty good money. I've only got 947, so more than double my cash. Let's get in there and do a little sneaking around. Now, if you want to do this properly, you need to avoid killing anybody so that you can get the optimal outcome and get the next quest in the line from Abram. If you screw it up and kill people, well, he's not going to be happy. Luckily, as long as you get some stealth points, it's not so bad. Well, save real quick, just 'cause then thanks in position here. Okay, there we go. Oh, I may have taken too long to do that. Yeah, I messed that up. Area. So you gotta be pretty quick, because you need to avoid both the camera and the bot. That camera can see you instantly. There's no stealthing past a camera. We pop into the dead shaft over here. And we need to go one higher, I think. Yeah, that's the one. So we'll pop this bed cover real quick. Take a peek in the footwalker, and yeah, I'm here to pick you up. Okay, I am not lockpicky enough with that. Oh, but I had the key. Right, because I looted it from the desk, of course. Time to go. Cell's unlocked, vent shaft's open. Get the heck out of here. And just to mess with her captors, I'll go ahead and cover my tracks here. This has absolutely no effect on the game, but I think it's funny. Oh shit, I should really go back into stealth mode. How does someone slip out of a locked cell like that? What are they doing chopping up mutants down here? Be weird if you ask me. If you go into combat mode and then move, that's a great way to get yourself a brief burst of stealth past a camera, because the camera will turn the entire time you're doing that. We'll close this last bit of vent up. And get paid. We'll see him in Core City. Oh, rubble. Rubble in caves usually means trilobite fossils, which means XP. Go ahead and root through that rubble. While we're right here in Junkyard, let me go ahead and steal some money real quick. This footwalker over here, as long as you can stealth your way up to it without getting spotted by Lenny the cook, and get the money real quick. There's a pile of stitching coins in there. Okay, none of that is stuff I need to keep, so sell all that off. Also don't need these firearm barrels. He's out of money, so we'll sell those somewhere else. Equipment-wise, I've got a few guns here that I'll be taking with me. Goggles, crossbows. I'll take all the ammo. And the blueprint. That crap can stay for now because it's kind of heavy. Alright. I don't think there's really anything that he has that I need. We're really just over here to talk to Silas real quick. He's got some more work for me. Scrappers are the other gang that rules this town. And he wants to change this. I've got to go find a guy named Blaine so that he can ask him how to get past the scrappers. I'm just gonna take the boat over to SGS because I'm feeling a bit lazy. And I just got paid. Jonas is up on the third level here. Hanging out in the cantina. Rocking a snack. gave me the secret doorbell pattern to get in and see Blaine, who is hiding out nearby. And as soon as I drop off a whole bunch of crap that I'm carrying, we're gonna go and see him. But first, gotta go visit the loot pile. Actually, I'm gonna take that balaclava with me. In case I need, stealth bonus for anything. Cat. Blaine's shop is not very far from Southgate Station. We just gotta go up around the corner here and duck down into the tunnels. You can get into the tunnels here, but they don't actually connect. There's a gate there that can't be opened between the Southgate Station side and the rest of the lower passages. Ring it twice, once long, and twice short again. And boom. He was a guy named Blaine. Hey, well, has to haul to make a new entrance there, which I agree. But even more importantly, Blaine sells teddy boots. I'm going to buy the best pair I can get my hands on. These anti-thermic ones actually have a really nice dodge and evasion bonus. Highest of 3, but they give a 51 penalty to stealth, which is insane. So I'm actually gonna go for these ninja ones. Drop Eki bonus to stealth. Much better. He has a few other interesting items. If you have points in Mercantile and you can get better equipment from him, he'll have some, special items, but even like to see, this is very rare shotgun shell, some rare blueprints. There's a lot of, decent stuff you can get here, especially early on. See how many guns I can sell him. He wants 4. Cool. Any deals in both Sharon's and Southgate credits, so very helpful in that respects. So these reduce the action point cost of my melee attacks, give me movement speed, movement points, dodge evasion. It's everything that a a little melee stab fiend like myself needs. It's become a really effective murder machine. However, nothing up in this area. Well, maybe up over here. Most of the stuff in this area is not stuff I want to fight right now. There's a lot of lunatics in the nearby caves, and the lunatics are pretty tough. Well, we can take out a few of these rat hounds. Let's go ahead and blast them. And with the extra movement speed and movement points that I'm getting from my fancy new shoes, it's really hard for these guys to keep up with me. And if you don't get hit, everything's good. So, definitely a lot more powerful than I was a couple episodes ago. Because that's how leveling up works. It's huge news, I'm sure. Let's see if I can slip by these guys. Totally can. Cool. So, if you've been following along, you've probably seen me do this already, but, standing behind a door and not getting hit is one of the best ways to take out your enemies. This will unfortunately be a little bit slow, but I have exactly 0 risk here. It's just a matter of spending the time to wear them down. Need to spend a few turns building my side points back up. I'm curious to see if 2 will be enough to take one. Not quite. So the little guys need at least 3 stacks. Just need to wait for this to Very our. Moderately tedious, but no risk, and everything's taken care of, so totally worth the effort. Plus, you know, there's a bunch of loot in the area. Let me swap in my jackknife real quick for the trap bonus. Don't think I actually need it here, but I wanted to make sure that I was able to recover the trap. And it also helps with the detection of the other ones, which I would be better at if I wasn't wearing a helmet, what they might do to my perception. So as you can see on the map, we're pretty close to through where we've been before. Foundry's way up over there. Well, we've already gotten that XP filled up about half. Could break through that, but there's just no reason for me to do so at this point, because while I seem to be doing pretty well in this area, if I'm foolish enough to try to break out of it, I'm going to find myself very quickly surrounded by people who are a lot more dangerous than I am. And you guys have already seen me die enough times that, there's no point in going over there. So instead, just double check that I have a good supply of traps here. 15 and 10. Probably enough. We're finally gonna go to Rail Crossing, where we were sent several levels ago, but have been avoiding. And Rail Crossing is actually down this way, but I'm gonna go and poke my head into the caves real quick. So there's one thing I want to see. Nothing to do there. Well, maybe one thing to do there, but not the reason I came down here. By the way, if you're wondering where I am, the closest thing we've been to is we saw some Burrower caves previously, which were part of the GNS compound, I thought. Not actually sure why I have those snapped. This group over here would kill me so fast. We are not gonna mess with them. Wapla, we don't need to go over there. We're just here to visit this place. And it's nothing to worry about, because everyone here is nice and friendly. Well, that might be overstating it. No power on the elevator, but, you know, see it goes down into a big dark hole there. And there's just a bar here, chilling in the caves for some reason. Oh, I thought Ethan would be down here. He must show up here later. Okay, there is really no reason for me to be here then. I was looking for the trainer for temporal manipulation, but he's not here. There's a woman here who, doesn't remember who she is, doesn't want help, just having a hard time. Woke up in pain. She's having a lot of trouble coming to terms with, not having any clue who she is. Sounds rough. But since the dude I was looking for isn't here, I'm out. There's plenty of interesting stuff to do down here in the caves. But not right now. Right now I'm gonna actually go to Rail Crossing. High and done delay. So here we go. This is Rail Crossing. It's a relatively small station. With a lot of militia. The faceless are here in Rail Crossing, and they've taken over a shop. Tanner sent me to lend a hand. Cat. So, there's another way to get there. It's through a tunnel, and the key is in the locker. You have to remember to go to the locker and take the key. I've forgotten to do that and had to walk back here just so many times. Buy myself a couple more repair kits because my weapon has not been in great shape, and I'll sell these cobbles. Get that knife all patched up. Dude is real drunk fellow here. Likes to drink a lot of the mushroom brew. He's got, like, special mind powers, man. When he can, like, see stuff and has, like, visions and shit. What did you see in your vision, dude? He saw me going east of Rail Crossing into, like, some doors. Past a robot, through a ventilation shaft, And then, there's a room full of mines. Be an important tip about how to not die when I get to the room full of mines. Don't step on them. Not stepping on the mines is key. Very helpful. Thank you, dude. There's no idea what he's sending me to get, but he's pretty sure it's important. So I have just gotten a quest from dude to go get some stuff. For some reason. I probably should have held on to those goggles for another minute. There's a secret door over here if you have a high enough perception, which I don't. So, can't get in there, but, this guy over here is a big fan of fancy old world guns. Kinda his jam. I'm not persuasive enough to get him to turn on me, the faceless there. We can at least sell him some parts. Usually, I'd be able to ask him about refurbishing my gun, so maybe the firearm refurbishment isn't a thing in this version. It's just another reason to lament that I'm stuck on the legacy version. But I hate 1.3, so this is where I'm staying. Get 150 XP for studying this novelty old world money that someone left there a bajillion years ago. Oh, and up in here is the doctor's office. She's a little overwhelmed. Someone's stealing drugs from the storeroom over here. So, I'm going to be helping her catch a thief. And one good way to do that is to just stand around, right over there. You just gotta wait a little bit. Moisha's not very observant, but Mr. Shady and his shady lady, they can see me. Looks like the exit is now blocked. So, someone just snuck in there. Now, is unable to escape. Stop right there, criminal scum. He needs painkillers. Doc is very disappointed. Anyway, the important thing is that I did my job, and I get XP and free medical care. Let me go ahead and grab myself this, because it's a skill I don't know yet. Psychotemporal contraction increases action points and movement points. It doesn't actually say anything about it here, so maybe it's not present in this version, but I remember it having a chance of having a backlash once the effect expires, and taking some action points away on the other side because your time gets a little bit funny. I guess that's not implemented yet, so it's just bonus action and movement. It's even more powerful than it would be in the later version. That's going to be very useful coming up. So there's just a bunch more steps that I can do. Yeah, 15 action points when my attacks are costing 9 right now. It's going to get me a couple more hits in there. So these are plasma sentries that belong to the faceless who, oh shit, attacked this station and are about to kick my ass. I definitely cannot beat a plasma sentry. Yeah, nowhere close to being able to fight a plasma sentry. So really the trick there is don't step on the freaking landline. Basically, follow the advice dude gave before. Oh, another interesting thing to note. While regular bots like sentry bots, plasma bots, industrial bots, even some of the really fancy bots in Expedition like the Strungmen, Handmaidens, Natter Protectors, you can stealth past all of those, but kamikaze bots like the one over here, they see you. You cannot stealth past them, and they will just run up and explode on you. So, something to be aware of. Not all bots can be snuck past. Okay. As soon as she comes back through, we're gonna make our moves. There we go. And there's the trap door. And then we've picked up the key to in Herb's office. So we're gonna slip down here. And we're in a cave full of burrowers. You know how much I love this. And just like the other burrower cave you've seen so far, this one's gonna have warriors, spawn, and the regular ranged form, meaning it's gonna be a pretty tough fight overall. I'm gonna have to use a lot of traps down here. And we're gonna spend, a bit of time trying to take out a good number of these guys before anyone else has the opportunity to pick a fight with me. Hopefully no one can see me here. And let's go ahead and track my time. So I've got an extra 15 action points there and back up to 21, so that's 2 more stabs, which I wouldn't have been able to land otherwise. Still not enough to take this guy out. Or I should have made a mistake there because he was briefly incapacitated and I could have kept him stun locked for another turn. Had to use one of my adrenaline shots because I got a little too stabby. That's my fault. Okay. And this is really going to complicate my plans a bit. Go ahead. Hit that typical temporal contraction again. See if we can take this guy out without, I did it again. I had him incapacitated, and then I hit him, but this time it didn't matter. The important thing is, I'm thinning the herd, and I'm still in stealth. This is probably the wrong move, but I'm gonna just run up here and see if I can, take this guy out without getting myself otherwise detected. That went pretty well. And picking them off one by one down here is definitely preferable to having to fight the whole group as one big bunch. Because there's no way I can take this many burrowers at my level. Yeah, at this point, I feel like I should just drag that down to my hotbar here because I'm going to be using it a lot. Did it again. One of these days, I'm actually gonna remember not to, waste that when I get the infestation on them. But as you can see, between psychotemporal contraction and dread-on shots, I can get quite a few attacks off and around with this character. Okay, let's go stealth mode again. If I'm lucky, the only thing left will be the burrower. This is actually the easiest this fight has gone in such a long time for me. Usually I'm setting a bunch of traps and trying to fight everyone in one big group down here. Man, I've taken a lot of bleeding damage from that one hit that he landed. I actually want to set up some traps for this guy. He is kind of flipping my butt here. At least the stabs will get me extra movement points. As long as I can keep stabbing, I can stay ahead of them. There we go. And we use psychotemporal protection again, get a couple more hits. Yeah. There's still a burrower left. That's really unfortunate. Oh, I just fucked up. Do I have any antidotes? I don't. Okay. Okay. Well, now I know that I'm still not quite fast enough to take out a warrior the way I was trying to do it there. Luckily, they're pretty big, dumb, slow things. And it's not gonna be too hard to lure that guy into a series of bear traps. I really did not want to fight all of them together, though. So if I can, wait for just the warrior to find me over here. Looks like I'm gonna get to party with everybody. Spawn is in my way. How annoying. Okay, well, this guy's trapped, which will make him an easy target. And he's now... and his weakness is exposed. Oh, shit. Fucking douche has the burrower. We're gonna take care of that thing first, because it is way more dangerous than the warrior. This is actually really annoying. Really, quite annoying. I don't know how I was able to draw just the warrior off before, but I keep pulling all three. They're all hiding out in this room together. Trying to use this, get some more action points. And, yeah, just stab this guy as much as we can. Not doing much damage now that exposed weakness has worn off. Almost out of psi hypos. Okay, that is the warrior down. Nice. Check the body. Carapace isn't worth that much, and I'm not gonna craft anything with it. So we'll just leave that there. Now there's just this guy left to take care of. Well, I'm 1 second away from, Oh, cool. So, incapacitated. That's from my cheap shot's feet. Keeps him, tied up for a turn. And then, because I am so damn fast, I'm just gonna run around the corner and not get hit. To get that egg. This is a Dragunov rifle. It is a unique sniper rifle with alright damage. And because we have taken out... Oh man. weapon's already wearing out? Well, we go ahead and smash these rocks real quick. Because we took out everyone down here, we have access to this second little back way through, which should make my life a lot easier. I might not even need to go back to town. Just gonna switch in the claw for right now. Use that as my backup weapon. And not go pick up more mechanical repair kits, because I don't want to. There's a whole bunch more burrowers and warriors out there that I would have to sneak past, come into here, all to get to this ladder. Much easier to take out the burrowers in the previous section and sneak right by. So, we just snuck past all of the plasma sentries and the faceless guards outside, and now we're inside a buzzer's shop. Some weird old data medium here. Looks like someone 3D printed a save icon. And we're not taking the stairs. We're gonna take this ventilation shaft. Because it has a ladder. Get up to the second floor here. How good is my persuasion? You know, I don't actually want to be here yet. I'm almost certain that I have made a mistake, and I'm going to sneak back out. So the problem is, a lot of skill checks in this game are just hard thresholds, and there is one specific perception skill check which I would like to pass in here, and I think I don't have enough missing perception. I meant persuasion. Sorry, I'm consulting my notes right now. Because I did not plan this properly. Yeah. Okay, I have 43 effective perception. I need 60 to do what I want to do in here. Which means I need to finish leveling up first. So we're gonna go right back out the way we came in. And, maybe I will go and kill those other burrowers. Oh, shit. Okay. I almost got spotted there. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. This actually is a pretty ideal spot to fight them from, because it's a nice closed-off passageway that I can fill with traps. I'd be a little better with the heavy-duty expansion because I would have a grenade launcher right now. That I would have already paid Miles to refurbish, and it would be doing 100 to 200 base damage per hit. Very helpful for taking out groups. But since I don't have that, we're just going to trap the crap out of this hallway. And wait for a thrower. Maybe I'll throw a flashbang to get their attention. There we go. That's enough to get the combat started. I really should have put a layer of mines in there to kill off the spawn before they can mess up all my traps. Get rid of all of them, dealing with the warrior becomes a lot easier because I could just... Man, those spawn are really annoying. They just will not piss off... What the fuck? I definitely thought I was putting a temporal distortion on him. I am so dead now. Incapacitating them while I'm a round of not getting hit and a bit. Okay. So that was pretty annoying. Does not make sense to put right there because the other mine will set it off. Should go back here. The idea here is there'll be a couple of them bunched up on the bear traps and a whole bunch more behind them, and then they'll hit those. Then you die horribly in explosions, and everything will be great. Go ahead and save my game here so that I don't have to reset all of those traps. Toss a flashbang over there to get some attention. Anyone? Where are you at? Okay. You can see they're already just tearing through everything that I had set up over here. Oh, fucking hell, I did it again. Okay. You know what? I think... Nope, I'm gonna give this one more try. That was so annoying. How the fuck did that guy manage to hit my bear trap and my mine? Like, shouldn't the mine have killed him before he hit the bear trap? Am I taking crazy pills here? God damn it. To set up the mines in the middle of the, Okay. Couple of small mistakes there. Everything's fine. I even took out some of the spawn before they hit my traps. There will, of course, be endless additional spawn fucking everything up for me. There's just no way to put down enough traps when you're fighting burrowers. Burrowers and side beetles, for different reasons, are some of the most frustrating enemies you'll go up against. So I'm starting to worry that I have not put enough traps on the ground here. I've only got 2 bear traps left between me and them. And there's still a burrower and a warrior that I'm gonna need to deal with. Plus some additional spawn. So I have to build those flames up a bit higher. Bastard took out one of my traps. So yeah, this is getting pretty tense here. Not looking so good for me. Burrower's about to be able to move. Roots can huck a bit more fire up there. And then... okay, looks like it is time for me to bail on that. But what we can do is just come around the corner here and make sure that I've still got all the right equipment loaded up. Yeah. And then come over here and restart the party on this side. And what you're gonna discover is that, he spawn over here? Combat does not restart. Or does not end just because you left the area. As soon as you re-enter, you go right back into combat. The enemy knows where you are. Which means that right now, there's a big old burrower warrior. He's gonna be wanting to make his way over here, I think. Oh my god, how many spawn are there? I think I hate the spawn the most. They're not even dangerous, they're just annoying. Okay. Luckily we did exit combat there. Warrior doesn't quite know how to find me, but... yeah, a lot of them are dead now. Oh, there he is. Let's go and take care of the regular burrower first. I know there's still one around here somewhere. Well, there's a couple of them. It's okay. I think this won't be so bad. Cool. So, that one's incapacitated. This one's stunned. I'll do my best not to take too much damage from this guy. I messed up again. I had him incapacitated. I really gotta just click more slowly. But it worked out fine. So we'll just bandage these wounds as quickly as the poisons may. Because, as we all know, poisoning can be defeated with sufficient application of bandages. And nothing much worth stealing here. Just for that fossil. That armor's worth a decent amount of money, so we're gonna sell it when we have the opportunity. First, let's figure out where that warrior's creeping. And, fertilize him. Just gonna put down a couple of these, give myself, a little advantage in the running away department. To walk all the way around to attack me, that is. I just scare off a pro or warrior? Where'd he go? these Caltrops. Keeps, trying to go around to avoid them. Crap. Keep missing the exposed weakness, which is really the one that counts. I'm just gonna run away for a little bit and let the cooldown on that be set. This is also recharging my side powers. Valeria. Not sure if... Okay, yeah. You can queue up more temporal distortions without impacting the incapacitation, because it's not damage. It's also got a little bonus damage from that, and he's still under exposed weakness. So, these should hit much harder than they normally would. It's only able to resist 8 mechanical damage instead of, his normal 21. So, much better damage output on that. But that is everything we can do down here now. Still need a little XP before we can go in and deal with the faceless in Buzzer's shop. Whew, I'm gonna go pick that up though. No sense, leaving abandoned traps down here. Okay. So there's a little bit more to do before any of this was necessary. Oh, geez, why is that locked? Did I not come through there before? Right. I must not have gone through that way before. What did I do? That is another use of, briefly activating combat to give yourself a slight stealth advantage. I just used that to run a little bit ahead of that guy. And, it was enough distance that he was not able to spot me. So now I can sneak my way right back out. So that's where the trapdoor comes up. But I have a tendency to do this a lot. I kind of get ahead of myself and forget that I need certain skills or equipment for different missions, and then I have to backtrack. I actually wanted to be up here. And we may as well with this box as we walk by. kill some rat hounds real quick. Which flanched. I'm gonna go with regular grenade for these guys. Explosive will kind of be a waste, since they're best suited for hard targets and rat hounds don't wear armor. Here you're finally getting to see what this build is really all about, which is stabbing people and then running far enough away that they cannot hit you back. Which is all part of the never get hit strategy. Takes a little while to get the character to this point, but once he can really get it going, especially as we keep going up the level from here, there's going to be some pretty sweet fights where they basically never have a chance to fight back. Kind of like this guy. He is super boned. Thanks to all the bleed that this does. And there's that level. Nice. Okay, so level 13, let's go ahead and I always put in points for dodge, evasion, and melee. Core combat skills are super important. Gotta get the effective persuasion up to a 60 here for what I have in mind in Buzzer's shop. And then I'm gonna put some points into stealth because it's another extremely important skill. Although I'm not actually going to be taking my stealth up any higher than 75, I think. You just double check my notes on that as well. I have every skill point planned out. Yeah, 75 is the target I'm going for with that, so almost all full up on stealths. In any case, I now have all the skills I need to handle Buzzer's shop. Which is back over here. And not actually very easy to get to from this location. That is going to take me see, that might take me where I want to go. I just have to get rid of these iron heads, which is easy enough to do. you're a trap spammer like myself. Another one of those right on the corner. Actually, I'll meet him around this corner if I have to keep going. That way I can use this for cover without having to go around my own trap. Not really sure what the difference between a grenadier and a bomber is, but iron heads here. The claw is repaired with patching kits rather than mechanic warfare kits, but important to keep your weapons in good condition. If you don't, they will rapidly decrease in chance to hit. Bacon and cheese sandwich in a box, unrefrigerated. Why would you not take that and keep it in your pocket for a week and then eat it? So here we are, back by the train where we first got to rail crossing. But now we have the skills to actually complete the quest, so we're just gonna run down there, do that real quick, and that's where I'm going to call it for tonight. So we're just gonna sneak right on in here. And we've already done it once, so it shouldn't be a big deal. I don't think we're gonna have to deal with any respawned burrowers, but it is possible. Just gonna wait for the bot that patrols through here to do its thing again. There it is. And there it goes. Next up, we're gonna try to sneak down into here. Okay. And I'm just gonna pick this lock. There we go. That's what I should have done before to make this a lot less difficult for myself. And there is the, you can't hide from me because I'm a kamikaze bot. Stealth does not work on those little bastards. But it's fine. We're still alive. If I had been clever enough to plan ahead for what I was going to be doing, I would have already done this part, but we're gonna take care of everything in the shop right now. exit I want is right over here. This guy's named Buzzer. That guy is named Faceless Mind Reader. And, he is reaching into my mind and telling me to submit. That seems perfectly legit, so I'm gonna let him keep going. And it turns out he meant submit to the questioning. So, what would you like to know? Sure, put your weird brain claw into my awesome consciousness. He's gonna swirl my thoughts around, gather some information, what happens to Buzzer. Let me persuade you not to kill him. If it turns out that not killing Buzzer was a bad idea, he'll come back and kill him. But hey, I did my part. Buzzer's alive. Everybody happy. And I get to loot a lot of stuff. If I had bothered to talk to Buzzer before starting my looting here, he would have said to go ahead and take everything. What do those faceless want from me? This guy Cornell came into the shop with a little gang. Cornell found the D20 of power, and Cornell does not know what it is that he has stolen from the Faceless. Anyway, I can sell Buzzer some stuff, which is why it's a good idea to try to keep him alive if you can. His shop is, decent. Yeah, electronic shop down here. Well, Which would that cost me? I'm gonna go for it. So this is a shield emitter. Let's go ahead and just overcharge it with one of these. That gives me this blue bar here. I now have a shield that can soak quite a bit of damage for me. I've only got 105 health, but 375 shields. Gonna be very useful, especially if I have to go against something like Plasma Sentry. Just for instance. But that's unlikely to happen in the near future because the Faceless have all cleared out after I convinced them to just leave and not murder Buzzer. They stop really being a problem here. So, interesting thing to note about the Faceless. They're totally willing to listen to reason. So I just got a pair of laser pistols out of that box, which will be nice and valuable. So I can now safely poke my head out here and no longer have to worry about the plasma sentries or kamikaze bots or anything like that. Area is nice and safe now. Can boot up all these bodies. And then we'll just go and tell the captain of the militia that everything is great and they can all stop cowering. Also, I'm just going to drop a handful of heavy items here to lower my weight so I can move full speed. Got rid of your faceless. Pleasure doing business. He's still troubled because there's a missing train. The train comes from the United Stations Protectorate and has a whole bunch of, guns and explosives and stuff. An unspecified deal was made to acquire these, but the goods never showed up. He didn't track them down, so maybe we'll start off by doing that next time. But we've just solved the faceless crisis here in Rail Crossing, and that is where we would call it for today. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night.